Oh, jeez. Oh, shit. What's up, dog?
What's good?
Howdy. Cheers, boys.
Tell Ivy.
Oh, you drinking with, bro? Apologize.
Just being rude.
What's that?
I can't help that. There's kids playing outside, and I gave her a toy and I gave her a treat, and it's the best we got.
He's not.
Where's Sonia?
I don't know what else to do. I don't know.
Where's Sonia?
She's working.
Oh.
Yeah, she won't be home till, I don't know, 11 or so tonight.
You got a muzzle? Well, she already stopped.
I'll be back. Or just hope it's very sporadic and not very long.
Yeah,
mustache.
Yeah, that mustache is going in thick.
Dan,
You're gonna say it.
You look like what is that? Macho Libre, a little bit right now.
Jack Black, Nacho Libre.
Yeah, Jack Black.
But like a more trashy one.
Good. That's what I was going for. Working on my Halloween costume. That means I got to put on about 60 pounds too of fat.
Well, yeah.
You don't have to.
If I want,
that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do.
Think about all the mass you could cultivate that into.
Yeah. We could do one of those fit to fat to fit things, and double that up with Nacho Libre. Halloween.
Follow my journey.
Huh?
So follow my journey. Fit to fat to fit.
Dude, it'd probably be great for business.
It would be great for business. It'd probably be really fun too.
It would be so fun.
Plus, I think you need the extra weight for all that wrestling that you're doing right now. So
yeah,
it would help. Dude, I'm like probably 160 right now. If I was 175 like I was 6 months ago, I'd be a tank.
You know what that means.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get back in the gym. I just hit chest yesterday. Dude, I've been slacking in the gym, but I went and hit chest yesterday. Man, I obliterated it good. Really nice. Very sore today.
I bet.
Touch.
Especially since you haven't been doing much.
Yeah, I haven't been doing much.
Yeah, like what's your split look like?
Right now, so like I was telling Westin this last week, I hadn't joined a gym yet. I was just getting into the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu. And then I did one full week of it, kind of like it was like a trial week, try to get established, like, all right, this will be my schedule. And then I sprained my foot. So I've been out of commission for the last week, trying to just rest it. So I don't have a split right now.
Was that because of somebody else?
What, the injury?
Yeah.
No, it was the weirdest thing. It was a completely normal day. I left the gym completely normal, wiped out and exhausted per usual. And about 2 hours later, it started to hurt to walk on it. I thought that was weird. And then by about 3-4 hours later, I couldn't put any weight on it at all. And it was very painful. I had to take some painkillers, wrapped it up. And then the next day I was on crutches. But I was only on crutches for 2 days. And then for like the last 4 days, I've been walking normal, but it still gets, like I lifted yesterday. I did some shoulder press yesterday, and just that shoulder press, that shoulder press and bent over row, that was enough like force and grabbing the ground like that it kind of flared it up a little bit. It's really strange. I've never had a sprained foot before. It's been a kind of a interesting little journey.
That's silly because Sonia did that like 2 weeks ago.
Really? What was she doing? How did she do it?
She was coming to meet me at the gym, and she stepped off the step wrong and fucked up her ankle.
Wait, did she twist her ankle or did she sprain her foot? Because mine was like in my literal foot.
It was her ankle.
Oh, she twisted it up.
Yeah, her ankle, it got pretty swollen. She was good for like the rest of that night until she stopped moving, until she laid down, and then it all came. It's crazy how that happens. Like I said, I left, nothing happened in the wrestling session, and I walked out of there completely normal. I had no idea. Like I can't pinpoint any instance where I might have hurt it. And then like 4 hours later, it was immobile. I couldn't flex my toes. It was that bad. Yeah, but it didn't really swell up that much. Is it like directly on top? It was like right in the middle of my foot on top. It was like
That's a weird feeling.
I've never had it before. It was like right in here.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't even like I couldn't do flex and curl my toes. And my foot was stuck. I couldn't flex it and I couldn't move my toes. It was just stuck.
Did you do those exercises barefoot yesterday?
Do what?
Did you do overhead and the bent over row? Did you do them barefoot?
No.
Okay. I understand.
Might have been a good idea though, because it's apparently it's I was researching it because I've never come across a foot sprain before. So it's the it's the force through the foot, but also like a twisting motion that sometimes does it, and it kind of stretches that because your foot is like it's like kind of like tectonic plates. There's like 6 or something bones, 6 to 8 bones in there that are a little bit
Weird.
kind of like squares, right? And then you have your metatarsals off of that, right? The long bones. And so like that gets like separated, right? Because and there's ligaments holding it there. So like that force and the twist kind of tears that ligament that holds them in place, and it creates a space in them. So I have no idea how that happened, but
Is it common for there to be like that delay?
I would imagine so. The wrestling for me, because wrestling is so new, there's probably a lot of adrenaline in it.
Yeah.
So that's what I attributed it to, and like everything was so loose, and like the blood was flowing so much. Like there's probably like because it's inflammation that what causes the pain, right? So like there just wasn't that inflammation response yet to get to the injury site. But then after everything calmed down, and then I wasn't moving, right? So movement, right? Like Blow said, Sonia kept moving, wasn't until she stopped. Then it started hurting, right? Because everything starts stiffening up in that position with the inflammation. So, yeah, I'd say it's pretty common. I mean, I've gone through. Blove's hurt his ankles plenty of times before. Like if it's serious enough, it cuts you out right there. But if it's just like a sprain, yeah, it takes some time. You can usually get through like the game a little hobbled or something. You can get through whatever you're doing. But then afterwards, it's painful as hell. Because I mean, sometimes you keep playing on it or keep going on it when it's injured, and it just makes it so much worse, and then you end up getting worse off than what it would have been had you just stopped.
Right.
Nobody like stepped on your foot?
Right, that's the weird
Like
thing.
that would have done it.
Like typically,
I cannot tell you. I have no idea. Everything was completely normal.
that's the weird part about it. Like what you're saying, like if you're playing football, at least you know when something happens and you are aware that you're fighting through it. You have no recollection of any incident.
No,
So
everything's perfectly fine.
I'd be so fucking tripped out if all of a sudden 4 hours later, like I just stand up to walk and I can't. You know, like if it like happened from something, it's like, oh, okay, I understand that, but to have no clue.
No clue. Yeah, and like I said, like it wasn't an ankle, right? So like I've sprained my ankle before. I know what that feels like. It was my foot, and so I was like, fuck, did I just break my foot in wrestling? Like I did wrestling for 1 week and I'm already breaking my foot. Yeah, that sucks. But then
I'm cut out for it. It's not tough enough, Dan.
Did you go back yet?
No, I'm planning. I've been debating because, like I said, like after
We're probably all talking shit about him. Like,
yeah, I've thought about that. Where's that one? Where's that new guy? He already dropped out. It was too hard for him. But I'll have my triumphant return. I want to go back. I'm going to. It's just a matter of when.
You liking that switch up?
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. It was definitely a beating on my body though, for sure. It's gonna take some getting used to. My hip was. I was telling Westin, my hip was like it felt like my hip was thrown out. My shoulder's still recovering. My foot's still recovering. My whole body got jacked up pretty good in 1 week.
I mean, that's an intense activity that you're obviously not used to, but the amount of like energy and force and everything that you have to apply in all these different directions while someone's trying to basically like make you their bitch, it's exhausting.
You're getting squeezed on, like some big. All these dudes are bigger than me, and they're strong too. Like there's equally as strong and bigger, if not stronger. And they're fucking tugging on my neck, and like I'm getting thrown to the ground. You know, like I'm slamming the ground. Yeah, it was.
Watching you like a rag doll.
Dude, it was it was so much fun. I have no idea what I'm doing while I'm doing the actual live wrestling. It was really fun though, but like it happens so fast. Like
it's just reaction and like try this, try that. There's no thought. It's almost like a blackout. And so, but it's really fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back. It's just a matter of this week or next week.
Sure.
That was all wrestling. There's jiu-jitsu too. I got to get a gi and everything.
You get a Speedo for the wrestling?
Singlet.
You and wrestling. Yeah, singlet. You and Westin have some throwbacks on that.
Or I'll rock a singlet. Yeah, I'm going to put a sock down there, though, so everyone thinks my jock is bigger than it is.
Get the extra large cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need it, bro.
The banana.
Banana hammock. Love, what are you drinking?
I got a little bit of this. This is a little bit.
Those the prickly pear ones? Is that not it?
It is actually.
You don't want to admit it because it's.
I didn't know. I had no idea. It's a lime and prickly pear cactus.
Yeah, that's what Stevie drinks, bro.
It's delicious. But I had like one. There was one in the house. So I was like, yeah, I'll have that one. Cheers.
Drink like a man. Drink the whiskey straight.
I quit, dude. I can't. I'm just straight beer now. No liquor. I don't want it.
I'm with you, man. Every once in a while, I'll like do it, but if I stick to beer, I'm never hungover, so that's usually worth it for me.
Plus, you don't get that poison feeling.
Yeah, it does. It does. Like you drink beer and it just feels right. When you take a shot of any hard alcohol, you just can tell it's not supposed to be in your body.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do like 3 IPAs and I'm good.
Dude, 3 IPAs will get me drunk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like shit the next day.
Yeah, I had some IPAs on Friday.
It just matters what you get used to, right? Like, cause like if I drank 3 IPAs right now, my stomach would be not feeling bad, but like it would feel off, and like it coming out of me wouldn't be normal, right? But like I'll just drink 1 glass of whiskey and just get just a little buzz, and that doesn't do anything as far as like headache or digestion. It doesn't do anything with that anymore, but it does for you guys. It doesn't matter what you get used to. I don't really drink much beer, although there is this beer. There's this beer called Revolver. It's called Revolver Blood Honey. That's made here in Texas. It's sweet. It's got 7.0 ABV, so it's 3 of those get me tipsy for sure.
We have a brewery getting put in right next door to us at our gym. So in about like 2 months, it should be done.
You guys should work a partnership with them for sure.
Oh, we got plans.
Oh yeah, I bet you do.
Barbells and brews.
Yeah.
I'm on Saturday. That's gonna be good.
Y'all
apparently, this guy's he's highly known too, as far as like a brewer in the brewer world around here. I think he's worked for Disney and maybe Universal too, as like a master brewer. And so they're moving on that construction. He wanted to be open by July 1st, but I think it's going to be August now, because they had to wait 2 months for permits from the city. 2 months. They had all their stuff there. Just waiting
to build.
Yeah, just to get everything, because they had it all planned out. They were just waiting on the city.
But is the building already up? Or are they building?
The building's there. It was just shell building.
So they just have to get like
permits just for like the concrete, the electricity, HVAC, all that kind of stuff. They had to get in there.
Good.
Yeah, dude, it was so dumb. I mean, we had that too, but it was a lot faster because we didn't have to do all that stuff. We had to do like AC permits, and then the fire station and everything had to come in and check it. But besides that, ours only took like 2 weeks.
Huh. Wonder if I had to do with COVID.
I'm gonna mute myself when she's barking a lot.
Fair enough. Way to take one for the team.
Little bitch.
I guess it's just me and Westin now. Bryan, you can just listen.
Hey, but what about Zion over there? He's looking big.
You want to see him?
Hell yeah. Who doesn't want to see a gorgeous, cute little puppy? My guys they were sunbathing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what are your cats' names?
Jim and Dwight.
Jim and Dwight. Perfect. Hey, Rick. What's that? Rick. Hey, Rick.
Zion.
You had a play date over at the neighbors all day with their dog.
He was probably past that when he got him. He looks tired.
He was sleeping.
His nose is getting so much longer. It's really just like Pinocchio, just his snout. Oh, sleepy boy. I'll pull up Dwight real quick.
Oh, Zion, what are you doing? Is he really just sleeping?
Yeah.
Oh, he's adorable. Dude, he's getting so big.
I know, it's crazy. Like,
wow. How much you weigh?
I can't remember what he was last time we went.
Dan, that matches you.
A Black Panther?
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching them fight on your lap.
Dude, they're so funny. They do the crazy. They're so athletic. They're so fun. Like the funny stuff is when they're fighting, when they're being athletic and stuff. But they're super tired right now.
Did you send Blood the video of the cat jumping out of the building?
I think so.
Was it Crud Plug? Because I saw that.
Was it what?
I don't know. I don't
It was
remember.
a burning building.
Yeah.
Was it burning?
Yeah, I saw it.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was like 5 stories.
Dude, he just bounced and ran.
Yeah.
Just took
He
off.
did. Dude, he fell for like a solid 3-4 seconds.
Yeah, he's free falling. I couldn't believe it.
Was it that Crud
Squirrel dive.
Instagram?
Yeah, it was Instagram.
Yeah. They got some crazy videos on there.
On Crud Plug? Yeah, you said you got me on that one. They do.
You see the one where the lady got out of the cop car? She stuck her hand through the window and opened up the door from the outside and then took off.
Wasn't it some mom?
It looks like a mom.
The caption said it was like something about a mom getting away.
Looked like a Karen. She took off. That was pretty hilarious.
I haven't seen that. She was getting in the cop car.
She was in the cop car.
She was in the back seat.
Yeah, and the window was open, and she stuck her hand through the window and opened up the door from the outside, and then took off.
She get away.
Yeah.
I love when they get away.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
Like, what's the cop doing? What does the cop do at that point?
Wasn't even there.
The video kind of cuts out, because you don't actually see. You just see her run off. How does somebody do that? How does a cop let
Get an opportunity. Get the opportunity, and you're gone.
Have you guys ever seen the video of the kid that walks into like an interrogation room, and then they leave him in there, the door shuts behind him, and he immediately just kind of looks around, goes over the window. For whatever reason, it's unlocked. They have him handcuffed in the front, and you just see him slide open the window and Superman through, and he's gone. And then like minute and a half pass or something, and these detectives come back in, and there's nobody.
That's pretty funny.
He did a running jump and just head first went through.
Not a running, but yeah, like he like, because the window is like, I don't know, up to his waist or his chest, and he just kind of like dolphin jumps out. You don't get to see
What a story he told that night.
You don't get to see how he lands, unfortunately.
Probably on his neck.
Yeah.
My neck broke my fall.
I can't find Crud Plug. Oh well.
I was literally just looking for it too. I think it might be gone.
The whole account?
Yeah, because I literally just typed it in and it wasn't there. But they have some new account. It's Crud 2 or something.
Yeah, but it's private. I saw that.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's weird.
I'm gonna follow it.
And it has a lot of posts.
Fucking Ivy.
Dude,
Would she be good if she was in the room with you or no?
Nah, probably
Like,
not.
wouldn't she just like sit on the couch or something?
I tried. I gave her a treat. I put it in a toy. There's people like they're playing outside the door. There's nothing I can do. And I go let her loose. Mess them up. All right. 1 second.
Go tell those people to get off your lawn. Yo, how was kayaking today? Where did you do it at? Like Mackinac River or something?
Yeah. So we took my car and left it at this like drop. You could use it as a drop-in point or a get-out point off Mackinac DMAC Road. And then we took Odom's truck to Goodfield where we met the rest of them, and they all left their vehicles there. And then we floated down to the original point that we left my car at and then drove back to where they left their truck so they could come back and get the kayaks to process. And then like we're literally pulling up to where the opening is that everyone's trucks are. And all of a sudden Ford goes, "Oh, fuck."
Of course he did.
I'm like, "You don't have your keys, do you?" He's like, "No." So then I had to take him back there after going back to get his keys. And then I came back. But it was
how long did y'all float for? You guys got out there pretty early.
Dude, we were out there for like 8 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Mackinac?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
This was my first time. It was very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the weather, like, so it was a little cold when we started, just a little tiny bit, but it was comfortable once you got going.
Does it go and go to the river, Illinois?
It leads to it. We stopped before, obviously, but yeah, the current was going pretty good. We barely even had to paddle. It was just kind of go.
It's been raining a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That sounds really fun. It's too bad it wasn't too like sunny out for you. That'd be it's like a summer feeling day.
Yeah, I mean, I got some sun. There's a few times that it came out from the clouds, but for the most part, there was overcast.
Sounds like a great Sunday fun day.
Dude, it was a good time.
Floating beers.
Yeah, I didn't drink just because I didn't want to feel like tired right now. So I got some shit to do, and we drank on Friday. I don't care to, but some people were. Odie was getting pretty drunk.
Yeah, it's his birthday.
Yeah.
Was that puppy a birthday present?
No.
You have it. That puppy is cute as hell.
Yeah.
Little Rottweiler.
Yeah, super cute. Damn, what was her name? The other one's Athena. He has another Rottweiler that's older, and her name's Athena. She's a good girl. And I can't remember that little puppy's name, but it was adorable. Fucking adorable.
Puppies or kittens, they make me want to have them. Cute shit.
Yeah, dude. Dawson and Aaron are talking about getting another kitten. They
already have 3, right?
Yeah.
Like what for?
Because they're cute. Like people just want kittens and puppies, and then when they grow up, they're like, "Oh, let's just get another one." And the next thing you know, there's fucking 4 cats running around in an apartment.
No, thank you.
Nah.
No, thank you. No, I'm excited to get a house one day so that they have something new to go and investigate, and then hopefully it's got enough land where it's safe for them and they can go run around outside.
I'm excited.
Containing a cat.
I need that so Ivy has no neighbors and she can't bark. She had none to bark at.
I was wondering how much your neighbors like her.
It's actually pretty quiet. I don't know how much they hear. The lady downstairs, I said something to her like, I don't know, a couple months ago. And she's like, I got 5 kids in there. It doesn't matter. And I'm like, good Lord, 5 kids. And then that lady across the street, her son loves Ivy. He's a little on the spectrum, but he loves her and she loves him. So she goes crazy for him every time. It's kind of funny.
She found one human that she can actually behave with other than you two?
Yeah.
This the kid.
Well,
She's pretty good. It's just like she's very territorial. So the house, she gets territorial over when she's in. Her food, her toys, things like that. But besides that, she's good. It's been a while since we had any accidents, so.
17 days since the last accident.
Yeah. No bites. No bites for a while. She got Sonia last time. So Sonia was Ivy had a toy and Sonia was trying to give her a treat and Ivy growled at her and Sonia still went in real slow with her hand to give her a treat and got her ass.
Right on her hand?
Yeah. She growled at it. I mean, like, Ivy warned her. Sonia didn't listen. I mean, shouldn't have done it, but
It's Sonia's fault.
I mean, you gotta know the science. You've been with this dog for long enough. The dog's like 4 years old.
Is Ivy 4?
I think. Yeah, almost.
I still wouldn't expect my pet, the one that I feed and take care of, to run around and bite my hand.
You wouldn't, no. You wouldn't. She's different. She's a different breed. You just gotta learn to respect the space. Y'all got our own space. Respect the space.
I feel like it's been a while since I've seen her. Last time, it was kind of a pissing match between us two. She would growl at me, but then I'd chase her and she'd run away. She'd knock down the blinds and that one other thing.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about this the other day, like, because Westin had so much travel in the wedding, and then you guys came up to Illinois so many times for the wedding and for the bachelor party, and then for Christmas too, right? No, you didn't
yes.
come for Christmas, but
Yeah, I was there for Christmas.
we didn't travel to Florida last year, but we had for like 4 years straight before that.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. I'm ready to go to Texas. I'm ready to come check it out.
In the fall.
Dan's got to get his mold problem taken care of first. I ain't going in there.
I talked to so I actually put in a request to get our windows fixed like earlier the week before, and then so maintenance was coming to check that out, and so I just talked to them about it. They said it was actually just mildew, but it was a severe case mildew, so I just sprayed it with bleach.
Really?
Did they take care of it though?
They sprayed it with bleach. We'll see.
Dude,
I'll wait a couple of days and check again, see what happens.
Didn't we have that at Spiro's? Did we have that issue? Yeah, the mold on the wall next to the windows.
Oh yeah, that's kind of coming back to me a little bit. That makes sense because those windows had such a bad draft that come through there. That's why we put up all that. That's why we put up that black foam stuff around to seal it a little bit better.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was either mildew or mold. I don't know. They seemed pretty confident that it was just mildew here though in the vent, so they just sprayed it with bleach. So
They just told you that because they didn't want to deal with it. They're like,
dude, I thought about that. So I made sure I made a record of it. So I submitted another request online, but I made sure I told them like it's not an actual request. I'm just recording that I thought it was mold. I told them. They said it was mildew. They sprayed it. So now if it is in fact mold and it comes back or it doesn't come back or whatever, nothing happens. If it is in fact mold and we find it again in a month or whatever, then they're in some deep trouble. So
when yeah, okay. When we were in our last place, that condo, you guys remember? I think you were there, but it was really moldy. The vents were moldy. I don't know if you guys. So they were, and then we called the guys and the owners. They came out and cleaned it, and they literally wiped off the vents. That's all they did, and they didn't even wipe all of them off because I would go look and I'm like, it's right there. Like I see it right there, and it affected my allergies a lot. Like I would immediately walk into that place and like my eyes would start itching and stuff like that. Like my nose would be running. But that was like literally almost 2 years like that. It was awful. And then we moved into here, and the air's so much cleaner.
The same thing happened to Hannah. The same thing is happening to Hannah. She's like, she constantly wakes up and has a stuffy nose. And then she'll like be gone all day. She'll come back and everything will be fine. And then she comes back in, like when we're getting ready to go to bed, she got to blow her nose again. But at night is the only time we're running the AC right now. And it seems like the only time she has any problems with it is when we're running the AC. And our problems in our vents too. So
yeah.
We're
mildew.
Yeah, right. So it's not over yet by any means. So I told them about it. They said, yeah, it's just mildew. We'll spray it with bleach. We ran the AC last night. We hadn't had to run the AC for like the last week. It's really nice weather at night here. But we ran it last night, and she was miserable last night. And hadn't been for the last 3 days, so it's not over yet.
Yeah, they need to get in there and actually clean the vents. Like it's in the vents. It's not on the edge of the vent. It's in the vent.
Well, I showed them pictures of it. I was like, yeah, it's in there. Like take off the vent cap or whatever, and like look in there. And he did. And he's like, all they did, like he just sprayed with bleach the whole inside of it. Didn't even wipe it off. He just sprayed it.
I'm like, dude, it goes like all the way down the hallway, and it goes. I mean, that does nothing.
I watched it happen. I just made sure I take good record of it.
Yeah,
because if they fuck it up and cause Hannah to have any more like sickness or illness,
I mean, they could be severe. I survived 2 years of it, but I mean, it could cause real issues, black mold, stuff like that. Yeah, I literally, before we got on this call, I was reading an article about COVID, and it was saying that in India there's this certain mold infection that some people are getting, black mold, and it's caused from steroids, and then it was because she was a diabetic too at the same time. So I think it's happening to multiple people, but not very many. It's rare. But anyways, they had to take out her eyes because she lost her vision, and it was like growing in her eyes.
Fuck.
Yeah, and they said it was like a ticking time bomb, essentially. Like they had to do it, or I don't know, it probably would spread.
They say that when you get allergic to black mold, you will have some like itchy eyes problem. If you're allergic to black mold and there's black mold present, you have very itchy eyes. Because we looked a little bit into it too. We looked at more of like the legal ramifications of the landlord not taking care of the issues. But we're sorry because we were, Hannah's been having allergy symptoms for like since I moved down here. It's been a month.
Right.
It's like, like allergy symptoms and then cold, they're like the same, one and the same. It's sniffles, stuffy nose, cough, right? A dry cough even. So you don't have a cold like that for a month, especially not for a healthy 21-year-old.
Right.
So.
Dude, I did for 2 years. It was awful.
Mm-hmm.
I was so excited to leave that place.
And I would hate for her to feel like that for even 1 year. So we're gonna take some action.
What's the ramifications? They can you can break your lease, right?
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to look at the lease, but like if you get sick enough to where like you miss work, you can sue to make up for like the money that you miss out. Or like medical bills, you can sue for that. It's basically like negligence, sue for negligence. So you can't win much. There's not a whole lot you can do, but
it's a hassle. Sounds like a hassle more than anything.
Well, you're gonna spend a lot of money going after them. It's what you're gonna get back.
Yeah, right. What's the net gain gonna be from it? We shall see.
Damn.
If anything, you just get a like an actual mold inspector or an actual inspection on it. Like pay for an inspection. Can't be that much money. Pay for an inspection. They come in and say, yeah, you got a problem, and then make the apartment complex pay for it. And then we have renters insurance, so if we got displaced for whatever, they would pay for it anyway. But then, like, if that was the case, and that's another record that we would have that said, yeah, this mold inspector said this is in fact mold. And then if the apartment complex was to not take action on it, then we could take action on them not taking action. So it would be, yeah, like Westin said, you got to weigh out, like, is it worth going down that road? Is, just some sniffles and blowing your nose in the morning and night worth going down that road? Probably not. But the principle is like they're supposed to be taking care of this stuff. Like,
right.
It's not our business. Like, take care of it. So.
Well, you never know if it's gonna progress past the stuffy nose and you actually get severely sick.
Yeah, like
she's legit allergic to it.
Vision.
So if it gets bad enough, right? Yeah. Who knows how bad it could get for her if she's that seriously allergic, and that's really is black mold. It could keep developing into something else. It can develop into a worse respiratory issue or a worse issue, and that would be awful.
Yeah.
We just don't know at that point.
Well, imagine you do that and you get COVID too. That could be bad.
COVID's just the cold, Brian. Don't be scared of it.
I heard you get COVID from black mold, actually.
Actually, it's in the forest.
CNN confirmed.
I'm just saying, if your breathing's compromised,
it's true.
It's not a good combo.
You don't mess around with not being able to breathe, right?
Yeah.
You need that oxygen a little bit. But yeah, Texas in the fall. Football.
Yeah, gotta go to Corpus Christi.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I want to go there too, or South Padre.
Sure, that's an island too, right?
Yeah, South Padre Island. Yeah.
Sure.
Spring break.
It's not, I've heard really good things about it down there. So my grandparents have been there. Zach's been there in South Padre. Corpus Christi, I think that's where Texas A&M is.
I think so. We're taking a week-long vacation on July 4th. We're going to be over to Treasure Island, over by St. Pete.
Nice.
Just you and Kevin?
There's a shit ton of people. There's so many people. It's dumb. It's so dumb. There's
20 plus?
Oh, God, maybe. Not even. There's just there's families. It's families. It's like Sonia's friends and their friends, kids and friends with kids.
So
we're right.
It's not just adults. There's kids too, huh?
Right.
Are you staying in like a giant mansion?
It's Airbnb, and it's going to be, we're actually we got a walkway to the beach. We're right on the beach pretty much. So that'll be nice. We don't have to drive anywhere necessarily.
How much is it for one night there?
I honestly can't tell you. All I know is I'm paying less than $500 for a little trip for a whole week.
For the both of you?
Both you guys?
For myself. It's $450 a person.
Just for the Airbnb?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's a week, and I think there's probably at least 10 adults going.
So wait, is it one house then?
It is one house, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's a decent sized house, but I don't think it's anything it's not enormous by any means. There's gonna be people sleeping on couch wherever. But it's Sonia's birthday week.
When is Sonia's birthday?
The 8th, July 8th.
Oh, all right. I can never get that right. All right.
Me neither. I thought it was June for the longest time.
At least you would have been early, not late.
Yeah, I'm always thinking 6/8. It's 6/8. It's 7/8. I don't know why.
You thought the 6th was 6 would have been June, yeah.
I
Sometimes I got Yeah, 6th is June, right? Yeah, 7th is July.
Yeah,
Sometimes I get those mixed up too. I don't blame you.
Last year we were in the Keys.
About it.
Last year we went to Keys for her birthday, which was a lot of fun. I really want to go back to the Keys.
I've heard great things. I've never been.
It was nice.
It's very expensive.
It can be. Yesterday I was watching a bunch of scuba diving, snorkeling videos and stuff, getting all hyped up.
It's so beautiful down there.
It's crazy.
Like literally entering another world.
Yeah, and you don't have much control of that world either.
No, dude.
You're just there.
You're a sitting duck.
Yeah, you're just there experiencing. It's pretty crazy. It's weird to think like you can move 3-dimensional there. So you go up, down, side, side, all that kind of stuff. And there's like so much distance that you can go. You know, you go down like 50, 70 feet, something like that. There's just so much.
Huh.
It's wild.
It sounds amazing.
I really want to go snorkel pretty soon. Over by like my grandparents' house, Sebastian Inlet. The water's pretty clear over there, so I might go there before too long. But I've been to the beach like past 3-4 weeks. Some Mondays. I might go tomorrow.
How far is it from your new place? Closest beach?
It's about the same. It's only 45 to an hour, so it's easy.
That's nice.
Last week we went for like 3 hours, 2 hours, and bounce. It's nice.
Nice.
Feels good. Sun feels good.
Have you been to Mar-a-Lago?
No.
Why not?
No. But I heard it's huge.
The biggest in all the land.
It's really terrific.
Westin's parents are there.
Yeah, dude. Best day of my mom's life.
She looks so happy. She's so excited. Harry was too. Harry was really excited.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Harry smile like that before.
No, man. He was grinning ear to ear. Like kid in the candy store.
The Don looked a little I don't know, unhealthy.
He is.
Well, he's never been the most healthy man.
Like
He's never boasted about his health, that's for sure.
No, he's never claimed to be healthy. That's, you know.
You're right. It's very true.
He knows what he is.
That'd be really. How far is Mar-a-Lago and Key West are like kind of similar spots, right?
I'm not sure the geography.
Doubt that. I highly doubt that. I think Mar-a-Lago is more like Miami, I want to say, and Key West is like 4 hours from Miami.
Oh, that's right. They're like it's like a chain of islands that's just kind of a little off of Florida, right?
Key West.
I'm gonna look at yeah. So Mar-a-Lago's in like West Palm, which is North Miami. So that's a big difference. Key West is just out there by itself.
Yeah, it is. It's like halfway between Florida and Cuba. Oh wow. And they got that big highway that goes to it. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, this is a big bridge. It's weird because there's so when you're driving on that bridge, there's an older bridge right next to it. And I'm trying to think of the dude's name that built that. But he also there's some billionaire back in the day. Dude was so rich. Like, I don't even understand because it was like in the 1800s. So how did this dude know how to build this bridge across the ocean like that and just keep going?
Aliens, bro.
It was Flagler, Henry Flagler, I want to say. But he built Flagler College up on St. Augustine, and that thing is beautiful. Like, if you go to St. Augustine, that place is so old. It's the oldest city in U.S. It's like built in the 1500s. And there's still buildings from the 1500s set up back then.
Wow.
But he had like ungodly money, and he built Flagler College as like a hotel for all of his rich friends to come visit. And one time when we were there, we went in, and they just have an open campus. You can just walk in and walk around their school, essentially. But like the architecture and everything there was pretty crazy. Like the detail and like how dense the building is, and just every little detail in the wood is amazing.
Had to be because of them hurricanes, right?
Right. Yeah. So they have like a special concrete mix that they made out of like shells, coquino. I'm not saying that right, but I don't even know what it is. But it's still standing. Like there's walls and stuff. Then obviously they got the fort, St. Augustine Fort is still standing. And I believe that was like 1600s. They made that.
Yeah, think about how solid that structure has to be though to remain 500 years, just every year withstanding being pounded by hurricanes.
Well,
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's impressive architecture.
well, and that's so far on the passive architecture. Like we think we know a bunch now. They knew that then. That's crazy.
And it was just raw material too. It's like anything they could find, just sand and seashells. And then I don't know. I'm sure there was like a special mixture they put in there to help it stick, but it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we think we're like super advanced now in the 2000s, but like people in the 1500s, they were no dummies. Like there's a reason that we've gotten 500 years into the future because we gotta give them some credit. They knew they were smarter than we give them credit for.
So do you think the real plan to move to Mars is we're going to populate Mars, Earth is going to destroy itself, and then humans live on Mars at that point?
Do you think we'll be dead before that though?
Not before we get to Mars.
We'll die on Mars?
No, I think there'll be a point where definitely people will leave and colonize Mars, and we'll probably still be alive for that because I can see that happening in like the next 50 years. But I think I don't know. I don't know what would have to happen here. Like I'm almost in the mindset that at some point AI and technology and some sort of robots are going to take over the Earth, and humans, they might at some point, I don't know, enslave humans or destroy humans. And then
I ain't getting enslaved by a robot.
Yeah.
I'm going out shooting.
Here's a theory. So Elon Musk says that he's terrified of AI. He said it on Joe Rogan's podcast. So, but he's also the one who wants to put man on Mars, right? So what if he's an evil genius? His master plan is to create more AI that forces humans to want to make the jump to Mars. And then he colonizes Mars, becomes the god of Mars.
Makes sense.
Everybody worships Elon Musk because all they know is Elon. Think about it. Here, we wonder, how did we get here? As human beings, we wonder, how did we get here? Well, what if some evil genius brought us here from another planet? Maybe Elon's going to do that, and then he gets people to Mars. And when they colonize Mars, they say, Elon's God, he brought us here.
I got to add to that. Werner von Braun, the Nazi scientist, wrote a book, I think in the 40s, where it was about colonizing Mars, and the leader was named Elon.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I promise you.
He's from the future. I got to get back into Doge if he's going to keep backing that, because he's from the future.
I think Doge is down right now, isn't it?
Everything's down.
Dude, you see, he was shitting on BTC so hard today. Oh, people are making him so mad. That's why he's just talking so much trash.
He's like, yeah, if people are gonna keep talking shit, like he knows how much power he has. He writes a tweet, and the whole market goes crazy. So he's probably just doing it just to show off. He's just flexing.
100%.
Crazy. He has way too much power. That's crazy. It's still at 0.5. Doge
it's been kind of chilling there.
Yeah, it has.
Dude, Bitcoin's way down.
46.
That's the lowest I've seen in a long time.
I mean, it's 20,000 down from its peak.
Hey, the BC backer this morning called it to go to 42 before any of this shit happened.
What's going
to? So it's called the Mars Project. So he wrote it in 1952.
52.
I'll have to look it up. I want to see where he actually says that the man who's going to do it, his name is Elon. Because I don't think Elon Musk was born yet in 1950.
No.
What's the point?
Well, yeah, still, either way, it doesn't make sense. That's insane. Yeah, we're living in a wild time. We're living in a absolutely wild time. We have literal Cold War within our own government. We got Elon Musk trying to send people to Mars and fluctuating entire markets. We got cryptocurrency, a new brand of currency. Like, we got war in Israel. Like, it's just, things are just absolutely nuts right now. We're living in a wild time.
Dude, it's pretty crazy. Like, since I've been paying attention to crypto these past few years, and the people that I watch and I pay attention to, they're always saying how everything is scripted. And it really seems like it is, because things will happen on like as far as like crypto goes, like things will happen on the charts before they happen in real life, because they'll use like a story to back whatever happened, essentially. So you'll see like the price fluctuate first, and then they'll come out with, oh, this happened. But it's really trippy, and the same goes with stocks. It happens in the stock market too. Same thing happens in the stock market.
Well, that's all really being manipulated. Weird. It's all being manipulated. And I've had that same thought too, because when you just look, like, because you turned us on a blockchain backer talking about the cryptos, right? So I've been watching a lot more of his videos too. Like all he's doing is he's trying to connect what happened in 2017 and use, like, they have, like, you know, the Fibonacci sequence and all these like numbers. Like, what he's trying to do is he's trying to decipher the code. Like, there's a written code and how it's going out, right? It's just a scripted code and how it's supposed to unfold. And so you have, yes, and you have these regular people like us, like, that are just trying to crack the code and, you know, be successful and get rich off of it, right? And that's what he's doing. He's, you know, God bless him, disseminating it for free, basically, and saying like this is, you know, he's trying to decipher the code. Like, there's patterns, and he's trying to say this is the pattern, and this is what you can kind of, like, this is the idea based on this pattern. So I agree with you. And the same thing, like, it's the narratives that they're talking about, you know, like, you know, watch them talk all great and godly when it's real high, and then watch them talk all like negative when it's down low, and buy when it's low. Like, I think it's real. I think it's definitely, everything's being manipulated. They know exactly how to manipulate it, and they say all these sheep we know exactly how to make these sheep buy into it and make us rich. And you saw in 2020 had the biggest breed of billionaires in any year in history. Crazy. And on a year when the whole entire world shut down, essentially.
Yeah, how fucked up is that?
It's crazy.
They closed every small business. First of all, the point was not to be close to people, but yet they close every business and make you go to the same businesses. Like, what the fuck's that about?
None of it makes sense, dude. None of it. It's all ass backwards.
There was one time last year I went down to Disney Springs, and they literally only had one entrance and exit for a shit ton of people. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What does this make sense?
They did do that.
Funneling everybody through the same enter and exit.
They did do that in a lot of stores. They shut down one side. It makes no logical sense at all. It's like, okay, let's get closer together instead of being able to disperse.
Yeah.
It's all a control thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Do what we say.
Yeah. Do what we say. It's illogical. You can question all you want, but you're not going to do anything about it because you need us. And
God forbid go outside.
Right.
God forbid go outside.
Let's shut down state national parks. Like, when you could be miles and miles and miles away from the next person. But let's shut down state parks. But you know what? We'll keep the large businesses. We'll keep Walmart open.
Right. Costco, Walmart, like, everybody go here. Like, we can control things here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is everybody going there if we're not supposed to?
And then they're trying to say, now a year later, oh, it looks like, based on the data, if you got 20 minutes of exercise during the day, if you went out into the woods for 20 minutes a day, you had a better chance of surviving COVID. No shit, Sherlock. What the fuck? We've known that for decades. What the you saying?
Did you see de Blasio's conference the other day when he was just stuffing his face with Shake Shack and just talking so highly of it? He's like, you go get your yeah, dude, you go get your vaccine, you get some free fries, and he's just stuffing his face. And I'm like, nobody's educating the population on health. Like the number one thing that can actually help you in this pandemic, your health. Going outside, exercise.
None of our leaders are educating about anything. They don't want us to be educated in anything. They want us to be just mindless. And so that's the whole point. You can't control somebody who can think and themselves, right? I mean, it goes back to like how white people treated black people during slavery. Like we didn't want them to have educations because then they could figure out that they could, they didn't have to go along with it, right? I mean, we're just seeing the same thing now. It's just there's no race involved. It's just elite versus peasant. So it's everything is so crazy. Everything is so wild, so ass backwards, so illogical. People who are actually looking at it are just so baffled by the nonsensical ideas that people are getting. Wild time.
It's literally all about a vaccine. It's all it is get your vaccine, you're good. Who's making money off those vaccines?
Pharma's making billions. Pharma made like 15 billion.
It's all lobbying.
In 1 year.
You remember like how many like lobbyists dumb shit they've pushed before, like the food pyramid and milk and like all this other stuff, tobacco, like cigarettes and stuff like that. Oh, they're healthy for you, all this other things. Like that was all lobbying. Your own government told you that shit, and then they took it back years later.
They used doctors to sell cigarettes in the 50s. And then it just becomes like the government obviously, like you say, it takes money from high interest, right? These industries can pay for our government officials' seat, and so that's how dairy became special. That's how cigarettes became special. That's how cancer now is becoming, like everybody donates to cancer every year. Why do we not have a cure for cancer yet? How much money has been donated to cancer? It's got to be $1 trillion by now.
Someone's got to.
And there's no cure for cancer?
You really hate to think that the treatment is known but being withheld. But like you're saying, with all the time and resources, like so many people have devoted their entire lives to it. Nobody's figured it out.
No. Somebody, what happened to like there's been people that like Nikola Tesla figured out Wi-Fi and he figured out Wi-Fi back in like the early 1900s, right?
Did he?
Burned all of his shit, right? They had engines running on hydrogen way back when, right? But they killed it off because the oil industry had so much money in it. So yeah, things get pushed under the rug or killed off because they would take money away from
Kennedy
wanted to go back to the gold standard. Yeah.
He wanted to break up the Federal Reserve.
Yeah. Trump wanted to do something similar, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm surprised they didn't go that route too. Huh?
I'm really confused.
Huh?
The Great Reset.
Was that Trump wanted to get that?
I don't know. That's what Simon Parks was talking about.
Yeah.
Was he saying that Trump was a part of that, or because I'm so confused on his part in that whole situation, because he did put certain people in powerful positions with monetary authority that want that, but I don't understand how he fits into everything.
Who?
Trump.
Right now, or how he did then?
How he fit into everything, because like as far as I can tell, like Ripple, for instance, they are very democratic.
I'm selling all my shares.
They love the Democratic Party. Hey man, like I'm just trying to win the game. I'm trying to win the game. That's all. If there's gonna be a game, I'm trying to win it. So that's why I'm there.
Yeah.
Not that I want it to happen, like just trying to win the game. But they work with like the IMF and all these. They work with banks. Enemy number one, banks, right? So like that's their main prerogative, is to help them work into this financial inclusion of the Great Reset of everything. I heard that as a ghost.
Bro, I don't know if it's my
That ghost.
What?
But I'm so confused. I'm so confused on the whole situation. I watched a CNBC video earlier that they posted on Twitter today, actually talking about how cash is still going to go away because of COVID, and we're like pretty much done with COVID at this point. And they're continuing to push that narrative that people don't want to get sick because of cash, but didn't they come out with studies that say that you can't put COVID doesn't live on hard surfaces?
You have 1 in 10,000 chance of contracting COVID off of the surface.
So like at this point, it's like people are just, I don't want to say brainwashed, but they have that fear.
Well, the joke is like, cause COVID is like this golden nugget that everybody has, and they can use it to manipulate anything they want.
Right.
It's like, it's been so long, it shouldn't even be in our lives anymore. It should just be another cold, just as it is.
It should have never been this way. You remember the time when literally 2 years ago, if you got a cold, you just stayed home for a couple days? Maybe not even stayed home. You remember that? Yeah, it's the same fucking thing.
Most of the time, like, like, if you were just a little bit under the weather, most people would go to work and just kind of tough through it. Now, if you cough at all or you, like, sneeze, people are looking at you like...
Dude, yeah, somebody starts feeling sick. They just start feeling different or off. They go get a fucking COVID test. I don't understand. Like, dude, do you not remember 2 years ago how often, like, you would just feel off? Like, and just go about your day?
Yeah, you
like,
just get home, take a nap, drink some Gatorade, you're fine.
No shit. It just blows my mind how people just, their memory is so short. Like, dude, we were fine. Like, disease was fine literally 2 years ago. And then go look at statistics. Heart disease is still the #1 killer of everything. The #1 killer in the United States. Heart disease.
They're not doing anything about it.
Cancer is #2.
Yeah,
COVID is #3.
Anything about it.
And there's twice as many heart disease related deaths than COVID deaths. And then COVID deaths were 90% of those were morbidity.
That's okay,
fucking
because
idiot.
I'm gonna get free French fries and free donuts for the rest of the year.
Heart disease is #1, and Krispy Kreme,
Forgetting the COVID.
fucking Shake Shack are putting out incentives to get fatter if you get your COVID vaccine.
Dude, you know what?
Like here, we're gonna kill you anyways.
Just like Blow said,
Idiots.
they're playing a game. They're playing a game. I can't blame the people trying to play the game that's doing this to us, right? But I blame the people that are so delusioned that they're falling for it. Like, stop. Like, you got to stop and think for a second. You're not thinking. You're not thinking at all. You just think for a little bit, then you won't fall for it. Like, how can they just start looking at statistics? I can't believe so many people are falling for it. Or maybe they're not. Maybe we're just still being fed fake news, and like they're trying to feed us that people are actually doing this. Like, you can. Dude, I don't know how many people are falling for it, but I can't blame the people trying to play the game and trying to.
Right.
And I can't blame the elites for doing what they're doing. It's a good game plan. It's working. I respect it, but I'm not gonna fall for it. Like, I blame the people falling for it.
I blame them both.
But I wonder what it's like to be in that position too, to be like morbidly obese, to know that COVID's a thing, and it will kill you if you're morbidly obese. It will get you and kill you. So like, there's so many people in America that are like that.
40%.
That's crazy. Like, that means 40% of people have a high chance, probably, of dying from COVID.
40%.
Just well, more or less the U.S. Because we really have, Western civilization has that problem. I don't think it's as much in the rest of the world, but I don't know. But just because our fast food habits and things like that is just the bounty of food that we have is crazy. People can't control themselves, so they're already addicted to food. Everybody's addicted to fast food and sugar.
Well, think about how many people into video games. Put that in the mix, and they're
well, yeah, and
eating shit,
so now people
shit and not doing shit.
Yeah, you're on your computer all day long. You're not going outside. Your mental health is terrible because you're playing video games all day and you're working on a computer all day. You're not exercising, you're not moving, and you're drinking Mountain Dew and you're eating fucking zebra cakes. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, this is a great conversation. But we should put a pin in it because
We're just getting started.
well, it'll be great for the next one. I gotta go pick up Chinese food.
Oh,
I thought about getting Panda.
I thought you were supposed to abolish Chinese stuff, right? They're the problem.
China hate.
No, not Chinese people that make food in America. They're cool. The fuckers over in China.
They're spies.
Nah, they're all right with me, man. They hook you up. $10. Give you 2 meals.
That sounds so good.
$10?
Well, yes, I think each one's probably like $9, and you get like this, like, you know, we always walk away and it's so heavy.
Is it Asia Grill?
No, this is Golden Kitchen right up the road.
Yeah.
Asia Grill's so good.
I miss me an
Asia Grill's fire always.
I miss it. I miss it.
There's this place called Tan Lin.
Oh, that place is good.
Dude, it's the best, but they're closed.
Vietnamese?
Yeah, Vietnamese, but they were closed. They were closed whenever we went to look. I don't know if they're closed on Sundays or if we just missed the time, but that is the best.
They got like a red curry there that's fire. It's
Let me
so
get
good.
this spicy lemongrass chicken.
Some good
Sounds
shit.
good too.
Really good. But we'll talk about how fucked up the world is in the next one. We'll dive real deep.
Dude, your left bicep's so much bigger than your right.
Dan,
What have you been doing?
Dan, shave your fucking mustache before I see you again.
No, keep going. Grow it out. Let's see. Get some
I'm gonna
squirrel.
start curling. I'm gonna get to the curls all the way up here.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait.
I will get a haircut though. I'm gonna get a haircut this week.
Yeah, it's getting wild.
Damn, let's go. Come on, cut it short.
Not that short. I'm not in the military.
Me neither. Let's go.
Yeah, you always go real short on the sides. Mine's pretty long.
The dude, I can't even speak. He doesn't speak any English. I go in there and he hooks me up. I'm good. It's
Like,
clean.
fuck me up, man.
Lasts me 3 weeks. I'm good.
3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
God damn.
What? Is that?
It's been like 2 months since I cut my hair.
Oh, no.
I usually
My
go
hair
about
grows so fast. My hair grows so fast.
about 6 weeks. I'll really start to need it.
That's
6
wild.
weeks. All right, boys.
I those.
See you later, you jabronis.
But yes.
God
See you
bless.
next time. One love. Gang.
Love.